It's a great day at the Academy of Scholars, and welcome to episode 10 of Scholarly Speaking Live with Dr. Stacy Lambert Johnson, Director of Student Success at the Academy of Scholars. I am Benny Crane Jr., the Assistant Director of Student Success. Today's topic will discuss how to avoid the summer slide.
Thank you for joining us for today's live session. No matter where you're joining us from, whether you're at work or at home, we pray that you're having a great AOS day and hope that you can visit us here on campus someday soon. This past Tuesday marked the first day of summer vacation for our scholars. And I know that when my children were younger, because I was a teacher, I was off with them, and one of the biggest challenges was figuring out what I could do with them to keep them entertained, engaged, but also educated throughout the summer so that they didn't fall behind or experience the summer slide, which is basically forgetting everything they learned in school for that school year, in the summer.
Yes.
And the reality is that in this day and age of COVID-19 and virtual learning, a lot of parents are concerned that the level of learning their children received this past school year may not have been up to par with what they would have received if they had been attending school in person, especially if children attended schools where they were learning asynchronously and not teacher-led for the majority of the day like they did at the Academy of Scholars. But we'll get to that a little bit later. Before we get started, Benny, where can our viewers access today's session once it's over?
As always, everything from this show ends up on our website, academyofscholars.com, including both the audio and video versions. You can also find the video version on our Facebook page, YouTube channel, LinkedIn, and Instagram. You'll be able to download the audio versions anywhere you download your favorite podcast. We want to take this opportunity to say hello to the people joining us live today. As I look, I see that Brittany Nicole is on. Thank you. I see Miss Scott is on once again. Thank you for being here. I see Don Morgan is watching. Thank you. I see Miss Weathersby is on. Thank you for joining us. Miss Jackson, thank you. Miss Napier, thank you. Thank you everyone who's coming in. Also, shout out to all the people who follow us on our social media platforms. We appreciate you joining us. Do us a favor and tell your friends we're on. All you have to do is hit that share button right there and comment. Tell us about your family's summer plans for a chance to win a great restaurant gift card.
So Benny, last Friday we said goodbye to our scholars for the summer, so sad. And we say goodbye to our teachers this week. And even though, you and I, we worked all summer long to prepare for the next school year, I still have some big plans for this summer. Do you want to know what they are?
Well, tell me about it.
Well, let's say I'm going to travel.
Okay.
Then I'm going to travel. Then I'm going to travel some more. And then, did I say I was going to travel?
Yes, travel.
Yes, I'm going to travel. Well, what about you?
Well, my family is getting ready to move. So we're going to spend the first part of the summer preparing for that. We've already started packing boxes, getting ready for movers.
Okay.
And of course, last summer was ruined by COVID-19. So my kids really didn't get a chance to enjoy summer like they ordinarily do. So we will, Lord willing, have a chance to take our yearly trip to the beach down in Amelia Island, Florida. And my kids love Six Flags and Whitewater. One of the first things they asked about the new house is, how close is it to Six Flags? So we'll probably visit those parks sometime soon.
Sounds like a lot of fun. So what we're going to talk about today is what can parents do to address the summer slide? Very important. First, let's all agree that the summer slide is real.
It is.
I mean, when you think about it, if a child participates in a sport, for example, like baseball, the more they practice, the better they get. If they were to take 3 months off from baseball, their proficiency would suffer. Guess what? It's the same way with schooling, especially reading and math. And although the brain is not a muscle, you still need to exercise it to keep it healthy and functioning at its best.
Stacy, I always thought that the reason schools were out in the summer was because of this agrarian calendar and how kids used to have to toil away in the fields in the summer. But I found out that wasn't true.
Right.
Which made sense. The most help on the farm was probably needed in the spring when you're planting and in the fall when you're harvesting, not the summer.
Yeah.
And the reason for having summers off was found to be quite simple, because it's hot. No air conditioners back then, so being out of those sweltering buildings back in the 19th century was a good idea. Plus it gave teachers the opportunity to train and gave kids a break. Now, I think everybody has fond memories of the last day of school and summer break, but unfortunately, summer break has its consequences.
Absolutely, Benny. A study out of the Johns Hopkins Center for Summer Learning estimated that the loss associated with the summer slide is approximately 22% of the school year, or 2 months of learning.
Wow.
What this means is that teachers have to spend at least a month reteaching skills students forgot over the summer. What's worse is that that percentage is even higher for children from families living in poverty. That's because most affluent families provide some kind of enrichment for their children over the summer months, like they travel, they take them on field trips. The loss is also cumulative, which means that over a period of several years, it's likely that a student can be years instead of months behind his same age peers. This trend is one of the causes of achievement gaps between students of lower and higher socioeconomic levels.
Wow, that's unfortunate. So,
Yeah.
Stacy, for the parents out there, can you please break down what they can do to prevent the summer slide?
Absolutely, Benny.
All right.
The first thing parents can do is to make sure their children read every day.
Yes.
Okay, let me say that again. Make sure your children read every day. And they can read anything. They can read nonfiction, fiction, ebooks, poetry, magazines, newspapers, the cereal box.
Yeah.
They just need to read, and they should read out loud. For an independent reader, 20 minutes is usually a good amount of time to read. And most local libraries have wonderful summer reading programs with incentives and rewards for books read over the summer.
And one tip here is letting your kids read what they want to read and are interested in. Ultimately, you want your kids to enjoy reading. So do as Stacy suggested here and take a trip to the library and join that book club. Let them walk around and look at all the shelves full of books. You can also take them to a bookstore like Barnes & Noble and let them choose books there. And what also helps is you choosing a book for yourself too.
Yes.
When kids see you enjoying reading, it may encourage them to read as well.
Absolutely. Secondly, parents can do things in and around the house with their children that require reading and math skills. Activities such as cooking, baking, planting a garden, or building a small structure require children to use reading and math as well as following directions.
This is an awesome way to connect with your kids.
Yes.
I love baking with my daughter, and having her modify the recipe forces her to convert fractions. I don't think she even realizes that I'm forcing her to do math when I do this. And the same is true with my son when we're working out. I'll ask him questions like, if we run 2 miles in 30 minutes, how many miles per hour are we running?
I would not be working on you, Benny. That's just too much.
Hey, he's working on math. Hopefully he
Okay.
knows that that's 4 miles per hour too, right?
Something else that parents can do with their children to prevent the summer slide is take a field trip. Parents can take their children to local spots such as a museum, the zoo, the local park with walking trails, the aquarium, nature walks. It doesn't have to be any place that you have to pay for. You can take them to the mall, you can take them to the grocery store, but you should encourage them to take their journals and write about their adventures and travels. Children can also take their cell phones and snap those pictures of their adventures and create a family scrapbook.
And even if your kids aren't doing a whole lot of reading, taking Stacy's advice of going on trips can really help develop your child's schema. Schema is the building blocks of thinking. Building schema, which comes from experiences like taking trips, is like building cubbies in your kids' brains for them to put information they learn. And though reading is one of the best ways to do this, visiting places like one of Stacy's favorite places, the Botanical Garden or
Yes.
the High Museum of Art or the Children's Museum or Nature Preserve can have a great impact on stopping the summer slide.
Another thing that parents can do with children to prevent the summer slide is play fun, educational games such as Taboo, Monopoly, Scrabble, flashcards for math, math facts, crossword puzzles, memory, Old Maid. There are plenty of board games families can use for game night where they can have fun and sharpen math and reading skills as well. Additionally, parents should challenge family members to learn a new word each week. Place the word on the refrigerator and see who can use it the most during the week, and provide the winner with an incentive such as their favorite dinner.
Oh, favorite dinner, that would incentivize me. Always use food, always use food. And use your imagination and challenge your kids to use theirs too. Grab some Legos and see who can build the best house or neighborhood. Play charades where you and your family have to act out words that everyone has to guess. Kids don't even realize they're learning doing things like this, but they are. And more importantly, they're learning while having fun.
Absolutely. And if you're a busy family on the go, listening to audiobooks is another way for parents to prevent the summer slide. Audiobooks are convenient, especially for road trips or long travel. Listening to reading and then asking comprehension questions helps to sharpen your child's reading comprehension and listening skills.
Choosing the right audiobook is important.
Yeah.
Remember, Stacy and I suggested letting your kids choose their own book earlier? Make them a part of choosing the audiobook too. I remember a family trip where I chose the Obama audiobook, thinking to myself,
Okay.
I'm going to expose my children to the wise words of the former president.
Okay.
Well, about 2 minutes into the audiobook, I looked around and the whole car was asleep, my wife included. Now, that's no shade to President Obama out there.
It's a great book.
It's a great book. Your book is great, President Obama, but it's probably not the book for a family time and long drive to Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, I would agree. Finally, parents, you can enroll your child in a quality summer program like the Academy of Scholars Summer Enrichment Program. A quality summer program should provide both review and enrichment options. It should be fun and engaging and should involve critical thinking skills. And it doesn't have to last all summer, but it should be intentional, focusing on reading and math, organized, and individually focused. And if you can't enroll your child in a quality summer program, if nothing else, again, make sure your child reads,
Yes.
reads,
Read.
and reads. And what else should they be doing?
Read.
Read.
Yes, yes.
That's it. Just read.
Yes, and the research, it just is definitive on high quality summer programs and the difference they can make in stopping the summer slide and closing the country's educational opportunity gaps. So if you like a jump start on next school year and stopping the summer slide with your kids, enroll in the Academy of Scholars Summer Enrichment Program. This virtual summer experience will capture your scholars' imagination and enhance their learning with its interactive activities, engaging daily lessons, and cool weekly projects. The AOS Summer Enrichment Program is an awesome learning experience for children entering kindergarten through the 6th grade, taught by teachers who can both educate and entertain. Learning reading and math has never been this fun. The Academy of Scholars Summer Enrichment Program is the jump start on next school year in the way to end summer slide.
Speaking of reading, listening to reading is a recommendation on how to prevent the summer slide. And as a reminder, AOS has launched our Summer Sleepy Time Scholars Program. Because we know the benefits and value of reading aloud to children, selected AOS staff members have been reading a story every night at 8:15 p.m. And we started on May 24th and will continue through July 31st on AOS Facebook Live. All scholars and potential scholars ages 3 through 8 are invited to join us as we read a bedtime story and pray before they go to bed. Now, it's only Monday through Fridays, not Saturday and Sunday. Again, this is open to all scholars and potential scholars, and it's a way for us to stay connected to our scholars while engaging them in the love of reading. So please join us nightly at 8:15 p.m. Well, what do you think? What are your summer plans, and how do you plan on preventing the summer slide in your household? Please comment and share your thoughts on today's topic.
Lots of comments here. I see Miss Napier plans on tennis lessons and a trip to the beach. Enjoy that beach.
I like
I
that.
see Miss Williams, who won that gift card last week, so she's trying to win again. She says that Brielle and Brianna will be attending summer camp, and they'll be doing tutoring, getting ready, so they're going to stop the summer slide. Great job, Miss Williams. I see Brittany Nicole is going to take Olivia to the Botanical Gardens. Oh yeah, it's a great place. When pre-COVID, that was a field trip that we would take here. We love going there. I see that Miss Jabbar will play Monopoly and Scrabble. I'll challenge you to that. You get JJ, you come over, we can play that Monopoly. I see that Kendall's Mimi is here and saying that these are great ideas. Miss Fowler is on. Hello, Miss Fowler. Tell Raina we said hello. I see Miss Abrams is on. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We love that you're here with us. I'm going to have Dr. Johnson choose a number 1 through 10 today. Nope, let's say 1 through 12 today for our winner.
3.
3. Oh, Olivia's mom, Brittany Nicole, congratulations. Come on to the school, pick up your gift card. You have won your gift card, and anyone, anywhere could have won this gift card. All you have to do is participate. And no matter where you live in the world, you can give your child access to an exceptional Christian, affordable education with the Academy of Scholars Premier Online Learning. Not only does the Academy of Scholars give your child the opportunity to engage in school at their own pace, but we also provide a comprehensive curriculum, one that will send your children into the summer prepared for the next grade level. The Academy of Scholars Premier Online Learning is the online school you've been looking for.
I hope you enjoyed today's live session. To learn more about our amazing school, the Academy of Scholars, please go to our website at academyofscholars.com. Join us next week as we continue our live discussions. Next week, because we know our scholars are going to be at home and maybe spending most of their day playing video games like my grandson, our topic will be video games. How much is too much?
Yes.
Until next time, I am Dr. Stacey Lambert Johnson.
And I'm Benny Crane Jr.
Saying
Goodbye
goodbye and be blessed.